Welcome to the ReadyKids State of the Organization video update. My name is Ruthie Noel, and I serve as our Executive Director. I am so grateful you are joining us today to learn more about our mission. Today we are excited to share who we are, why we are on a mission to increase kindergarten readiness in our community, how we fulfill our mission with service to our community, what we've been able to accomplish over this past year, recognize our Volunteer of the Year, share what's coming next, and share how you can get involved. First, I'd like to introduce our truly fantastic staff. Christy Craig is our Program Director, and Mindy Crane is our Family Engagement Coordinator. And if you have volunteered or in any way interacted with these two ladies, you know how passionate and positive they are about making a difference in a child's life and preparing them and their families for school. Next, I'd like to introduce our Board of Directors. Our board is phenomenal, and we have representation on our board from a wide cross-section of our community, from small business owners and entrepreneurs to some of the largest employers in the region, to the Escambia County School District, banking, media, we've got it all. And every single one of them is passionate about early learning and improving the lives of families in our community. Our executive board this year consists of Jody Bell as our chair, Jason Crawford as our immediate past chair, Bethany Barfield, our treasurer, Chris Martin, our secretary, Jennifer Grove, and John Hausman as founding board members. We are so grateful for this team's above and beyond effort to make our organization the best it can be and to fulfill the needs of our community to the best of our ability. Thank you to our executive board. So you've met the team. So who are we as ReadyKids? We are an evolution that began in 2007 with the founding of Every Child a Reader in Escambia, also known as eCare. In all the ways since 2007, our mission has remained the same, which is to maximize children's potential through increased school readiness. So over the past year or so, our organization underwent a rebrand effort to evolve along with our community, because we know that getting kids ready for school is more than just reading. That is important, but there's more to it than that. And so we have a new name, which launched in July of 2021, but we have the same mission. And our vision is simple, that every child starts kindergarten ready to learn. It was important to our team that we maintain the roots from which we started so that we can grow to new heights. To share more about that, here's Jennifer Grove, one of our founding board members.
Everyone, Jen Grove with Baptist Healthcare here. Just wanted to take a minute to tell you how excited I am about the rebranding of eCare to become ReadyKids. I've been involved with now ReadyKids from the beginning, and that's exactly what we've been focusing on, getting our kids ready for kindergarten. We know as a community how critically important this is to their future and our future, and I couldn't be more excited to continue to be a part of ReadyKids. Join me in our efforts.
We know how critically important kindergarten readiness is because of the outcomes we see for the children who are and are not ready. Children who are ready to learn in kindergarten achieve higher academic success, they tend to have better health and lifestyle habits, and are more likely to graduate high school. This is important because high school dropout rates incur high medical and social costs. There's an increased risk of poverty, nicotine dependence, low self-esteem, depression, underemployment, and involvement in criminal behavior. On the other hand, children who participate in quality early learning programs are 50% less likely to need special education, 50% less likely to become teen parents, and 70% less likely to be arrested for a violent crime. These are the kindergarten readiness rates for Escambia County and the state of Florida over the past few years. Kindergarten readiness rates are slowly improving across the state and are slowly improving in our community. We have made incremental progress, but we still have a long way to go. Achieve Escambia set a goal for 2025 to have 75% of students ready. We are working towards that goal every day. Last year in Escambia County, over half of the children who came into our schools were not ready to learn. Escambia County ranked 57th out of 67 counties across the state when it comes to school readiness in 2020. And yes, we are getting incrementally better, and we need to be improving faster. This is not just about the individual lives of the children who live in our community and their futures, but also the future of our collective economic well-being. When kids come ready to learn, what that results in is a highly qualified applicant pool for local employers to hire one day and ensures a high quality workforce in our community. To speak more about that, I'd like to give it over to my friend Brian Wire with the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce.
Hello, my name is Brian Wire, and I'm the President and CEO of the Gulf Coast Minority Chamber of Commerce. I found out about ReadyKids through the ability of working with the Chief Escambia and also the Early Learning Coalition Board. ReadyKids has the vision of ensuring that all of our students are ready for kindergarten with the ability to learn. This is extremely important in our community because in Escambia County, 52% of our children were not ready to learn when they showed up to kindergarten. If we're going to have a productive workforce, if we're going to have future entrepreneurs, if we're going to be successful employees in our community, it all starts off with a great education. And this education starts off by ensuring that our kids are ready to show up to kindergarten with this ability to learn. ReadyKids fulfills that mission, fulfills that vision. Thank you, ReadyKids, for everything that you do for our community.
So how do we fulfill our mission to maximize children's potential through increased school readiness? First and foremost is community support. The generosity of our community members and the collective commitment to keep getting better enables us to fulfill our mission. Second, we leverage the power of partnerships. Our community has a unique early learning ecosystem, of which we are grateful to be a part. And finally, our services are provided through Project Ready, our three-prong approach to getting kids and their families ready for day one of kindergarten and beyond. We are beyond grateful to our sponsors who invest in our future by supporting their potential future employees. Thank you to our partners, our sponsors, our generous community for all you do to keep our mission moving forward. ReadyKids is also the grateful recipient of grants from local foundations. This, again, is the backbone of our work. We would not be able to fulfill our mission without this generous support. Thank you. One of the most exciting aspects of our work is that we are not in it alone. There is power in partnerships, and our community is the best of the best at making those partnerships work. In the words of Achieve Escambia, engaged communities are at the heart of student success. We are building a community of supporting adults who want to share responsibility in fostering the success of every child. Our goal is to coordinate and align resources with our early learning partners so that families in our community get connected to the best resources to meet their needs. We aim to accomplish this goal by educating the community about the importance of early childhood, supporting families, nurturing high-quality early learning environments, partnering on health and well-being, and supporting communities and neighborhoods to take action. To share a little bit from the school district's perspective, here is Superintendent Dr. Tim Smith.
Greetings from the Escambia County School District. Superintendent Tim Smith here with a word of support and encouragement for the ReadyKids team. We all know how closely academic success and success in life is tied to reading skills. That's why we're so supportive of our ReadyKids team. Their tireless effort to help every kid be a reader, especially in some of our underserved communities, is so important and appreciated. In challenging times like what we have experienced for the past 18 months, your work in supporting and encouraging our youngest readers is all the more impactful. We look forward to continuing a long and productive relationship for years to come.
We are so grateful to enjoy these wonderful partnerships and the support of our community as we fulfill our mission with Project Ready. That's our three-prong approach to increasing kindergarten readiness in our community. It consists of reading pals, family engagement, and educator support. Reading Pals is our flagship program, It started right here in Escambia County and now is a statewide literacy effort. In our community, a volunteer mentor is trained and paired with a pre-K student in a high-need classroom, and they meet once a week for 45 to 60 minutes. We provide books, literacy kits, and other fun, creative educational activities, and also a skills checklist so that volunteers can know they're getting the most out of their sessions. We have three main goals for our Reading Pals program. The first is mentoring, a genuine, impactful relationship between students and volunteers. The adage is, no one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And so we position our volunteers for success by encouraging them to first lay the groundwork for trust and reliability by showing up for these students every single week. The second goal is early literacy. Of course, we want to improve students' understanding of the fundamental building blocks of early literacy, such as letters, sounds, shapes that form letters, getting the basics so that they can be successful in reading, but also a joyful love of learning. And that leads into our third goal, which is social and emotional development, building strong executive function, including self-awareness and self-management, impulse control, how to sit still, how to take turns, also social awareness of being aware of others, building empathy and interpersonal skills, as well as decision making. We know that those tools are the most important and even more important than knowing how to read or knowing every letter in the alphabet when these kids come to kindergarten. The outcomes of the Reading Pals program show up in the academic achievement results of our students. We see that students who are paired with a Reading Pal do achieve higher assessment results and greater gains over time across the school year in all domains than the students who were not paired with a Reading Pal. This is exciting because what we have translated from time, attention, relationship, literacy kits, and mentoring shows up in the student assessment data. And that is important to know that what we're doing is working. And of course, mentoring is the number one goal of our program, where these students understand that there is a wider community, a wider world that supports them and believes in them and is rooting for their success. And so to share a little more about her own experience as a Reading Pal, here's our very own Brandy Gomez from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Brandy Gomez with Navy Federal Credit Union, and the ReadyKids mission matters to me because I believe every student should be able to show up to kindergarten, ready to read, ready to learn, and ready to achieve their dreams. It also matters because I was a student in Escambia County. Both of my kids will go to school in Escambia County, and I believe every one of their friends should have the same opportunities. And being able to read and ready to learn in kindergarten is really the foundation of their success. It also matters because I served as a Reading Pal, and I can tell you, pouring into that student was so special to me. I got joy, they got to spend one-on-one time with me, and as a professional, it certainly filled my cup up, and I will always cherish the time I had. I'm so excited for what ReadyKids has in store, and I know it's bright things ahead.
The second prong to Project Ready is family engagement, equipping families to be their child's first and best teacher. Parents and caregivers are more than willing to help their children, but too often don't know what they are supposed to do. And we know that building and maintaining a positive relationship within the family is the most important thing parents can do to support their children's healthy growth and development. So the outcomes we're getting to with our family engagement initiatives are families who feel confident and actively participate in their child's educational journey, awareness in the community of what the issues are and what families can do to help their children get ready, but also what community members can do to engage. And of course, to overall increase the number of the children who are ready when they enter kindergarten. Over the past year, we have been thrilled to offer an educational tool to families in our community called Ready Rosie. This is available thanks to an Impact 100 grant. And this is a tool that is used across the nation to help families and school districts and communities deepen and scale their family engagement efforts. So the platform uses video modeling family workshops, and mobile technology. So the family workshops are focused on topics such as positive discipline strategies, healthy routines, language development, fostering play, and those are available through our team or available to a teacher if they want to do a family engagement night. They're also in English and in Spanish. And then the videos are where the magic happens. So the model moment videos are very quick. They're about 2 minutes long, and they show a fun activity that parents or caregivers can do at home to support what their students are learning in the classroom. And they're all rooted in learning goals. So this is all evidence-based, quick and easy, real life families where they can be pushed out in a playlist either via text or email. And there's content for babies, for pre-K students, and for elementary age students so that parents have an idea of what they can be doing at home to support what their children are learning in the classroom. So what we saw last year with Ready Rosie is that we had over 200 families participate thanks to our partnership with the Escambia County School District. We were able to track the activity of who's watching which videos, and if there are comments, questions, we're able to communicate directly with parents all through the app. And these are the outcomes that we saw. And so there's 2 sets of outcomes for every video in Ready Rosie. The family outcomes is essential to realizing the true family engagement in a holistic way. We really believe that. The outcomes are aligned to the parent, family, and community engagement framework. And then the learning opportunity outcomes are all categorized based on the Head Start Early Learning Outcomes Framework, Common Core, and state-specific academic standards. And so these are the different domains that they address: language and literacy, math, social, emotional. So what we saw last year was over 200 families participate and experienced these hundreds of outcomes for both their family and the learning opportunity. So we are very excited to be providing this resource to the community. We are growing. We already have a new group of over 200 participating currently in this school year. We're providing this to the Early Learning Coalition, to daycare providers, to Head Start centers. We want this across the community so that as many families as possible can benefit from the evidence-based tools that are encompassed in the Ready Rosie platform. Here are just a few examples of the comments we saw last school year from the families who participated. So these are from real parents right here in our community and their response to being provided with this tool, with this platform to communicate and reinforce what their children are learning in the classroom. And this is what it's all about, because our family engagement initiatives allow us to continue to strengthen our relationships with the current families that we serve and reach more students and families by working together, building those relationships to support them in their understanding and implementation of how to help their child be prepared when they enter kindergarten. And finally, the third prong to Project Ready is educator support, where we work closely with our classroom teachers to learn what resources they need the most and do our very best to provide those. So that might be classroom supplies like paper and scissors and glue, or it could look like some people to help, volunteers and chaperones for their field trips. We also provide take-home bags for winter break and for summer break, and we work with our teachers to know what fun activities could we include in those bags that will be meaningful, as well as things like socks and gloves at the winter break, and maybe even some math activities in the summer break, and of course, books. And so our book distribution is also a way that we support our teachers, build family engagement, and continue with the one-on-one relationship with the children that our volunteers work with, because we send home a beautiful, brand new, high-quality book every month to our Reading Pals classrooms so that these students can build their at-home library. We also include a parent prompt card at the beginning of the book on a sticker so it cannot get lost, so that when someone does sit down to read this book, they're getting the most out of it by asking prediction questions and open-ended questions and recall and reflection questions, so that when you do have time to sit down and read together, you're getting the most out of that and continuing to build their at-home library so that the learning doesn't have to stop when they leave the school. As we reflect on the previous school year, we can all agree that it was a year like no other. We faced some challenges. Primarily, how do we continue our mission remotely? When we couldn't bring volunteers into classrooms, we couldn't host families for workshops, how are we supposed to help get these children and their families ready for kindergarten? We saw some innovation and we saw some success. There was virtual mentoring, live guest readers, leveraging technology like we had never done before. We also hosted our very first ever summer mentoring program. To tell you more about that and to bring you to the celebration and recognition portion of our video update, here is Christy Craig, Program Director.
Hi there, I'm Christy Craig, Program Director with ReadyKids, and I'm excited to chat with you all about our volunteers. You've probably heard me say this before, and I'm going to repeat it because it's so true. Our volunteers are absolutely the best. Our volunteers show up, pitch in, get excited, support our teachers, care deeply and genuinely about our students, and are so passionate about advancing our mission of kindergarten readiness. We cannot do our work without our volunteers. Our flagship program, Reading Pals, is where our volunteers really get to shine. Reading Pals is our one-on-one mentoring program where caring adults are matched with high-need pre-K students to help build their early literacy and social-emotional skills through weekly sessions where they read books, play games, and engage in fun, literacy, and creative activities. While COVID-19 has presented some challenges, it has not stopped us from continuing to impact the lives of the students we serve. One of the ways we did that last school year was through our book distribution program, where we send a brand new quality book home to pre-K students every month to help build their home libraries. Last year gave us the unique opportunity to send books home to every single VPK student in an Escambia County Title I classroom. In total, we sent 3,058 books home. Wow. Looking back a little further at the 2019-20 school year, we had 233 volunteers spend a collective 3,011 hours mentoring 221 pre-K students, during which time we saw our students make significant gains in the areas of print knowledge, phonological awareness, and oral language. Last school year, we had some new and creative opportunities for engagement from a distance, including virtual mentoring and guest readers. And boy, did our volunteers show up. In addition to more than a dozen volunteers recording themselves reading some of our favorite children's books, which were utilized across multiple classrooms in the district, we had 50 unique volunteers complete 139 live storytime sessions in classrooms through Google Meet. And we had 12 volunteers work one-on-one with students from Boys and Girls Clubs of the Emerald Coast for virtual reading sessions over the course of 14 weeks. This past summer, we embarked on a brand new adventure, launching our first ever summer mentoring program. In partnership with Brownsville and Evanwood Community Centers, 65 students received over 234 hours of mentoring from 45 mentors. Through all of this, our volunteers have continued to show up and show out. While so many of them have stood out as absolute stars, we want to highlight one volunteer in particular whose commitment has been unwavering and who has continued to be a champion for our students. Congratulations to Tara Johnson, our beloved TJ, who we are thrilled to announce as our Volunteer of the Year. Pre-COVID, TJ stood out immediately with her bright smile, engaging personality, and true connection with the children and teachers. Without prompting, TJ took it upon herself to recruit new reading pals at NES Pensacola through her supervisory position in the U.S. Navy. Showing up in uniform, all of our students immediately fell in love with her. At every chance she got, TJ shared her passion for reading pals with us and others. This past summer, TJ never hesitated to work with multiple students and continued to impress us through her adaptability, reliability, enthusiasm, and genuine and heartfelt connection with the students. Sadly for us, TJ is transferring to Japan later this year, so we are going to miss her, but we know she's going to do great things.
Greetings from the Escambia County School District. Superintendent Tim Smith here to congratulate our ReadyKids Volunteer of the Year, Tara T.J. Johnson. In addition to her numerous duties as a senior chief petty officer in the United States Navy, Ms. Johnson has volunteered countless hours to be a reading pal and summer mentor for many children in Escambia County. She has also worked diligently to recruit other volunteers to our cause. Without volunteers like Ms. Johnson sacrificing their time and energy for the ReadyKids initiative, we would not be able to make such a positive impact in our community. So from the Escambia County School District, we offer a huge thank you to ReadyKids Volunteer of the Year, Miss Tara Johnson.
Hello, I'm Mark Faulkner, President and CEO at Baptist Healthcare and also the Chair of the Leadership Council for Achieve Escambia, where our mission is that every student achieves success from cradle to career. And of course, one of our passions is kindergarten readiness, and that is so in line with the vision of ReadyKids that every student starts kindergarten ready to learn. I want to say special thank you to those reading pals who spend so much time and effort linking up with each child and mentoring them and developing them. A special congratulations and thank you to Senior Chief Petty Officer TJ Johnson. Thank you so much for leading by example and for encouraging others to join you as we try to elevate kindergarten readiness throughout Escambia County. Thank you all for your outstanding work.
Good morning, my name is Senior Chief Johnson, and I've been volunteering with the Reading Pals program for the last 2.5 years. I initially started volunteering because I like kids overall, but helping kids read is something that I'm passionate about. And the reason I'm passionate about it is when I was younger, I used to stutter, and I had to sit down with a speech coach. So reading was something they made me do over and over again just so I can stop the stutter. I still have a little one, but at the end of the day, it helped me a lot. So my goal in reading, helping the kids read, was to help raise their scores in reading and to help them have a better understanding of words and interacting with them. So I really appreciate volunteering with the reading programs. I really appreciate Christiany allowing me to continue to volunteer. And I hope a lot of people continue to volunteer as well. Volunteering is something that you have to do from within. You gotta wanna do it. And at the end of the day, it's just an amazing thing to do. So thank you for allowing me the opportunity. Thank you for selecting me as the Volunteer of the Year, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
TJ, thank you for being an amazing volunteer. We're so incredibly grateful for all you've done for ReadyKids and our students over the past 3 years. And to all of our volunteers, thank you for your continued commitment. Because of you, we can help more students maximize their potential through increased school readiness.
Congratulations and thank you, TJ, for your continued commitment and the lives that you have changed by being a reading pal. As we look ahead to this new school year, we are so excited to share that you also have an opportunity to be a reading pal because we will be back in schools in Escambia County School District Title I VPK classrooms. That's the classrooms that we know have the highest need, as well as the local Head Start Center. We are so excited to be expanding our services into the communities that need help the most. We also have our family engagement initiatives and partnerships underway. Ready Rosie is available, and we are working with the Early Learning Coalition to roll it out to their daycare providers, also to Head Start providers, and of course to the school district families. We also make Ready Rosie available to anyone in the community who could benefit from that. And that means if you have a child age 0 to 9 or know someone who does, we want them to benefit from this amazing tool. We are working closely with our classroom teachers to ensure we are providing educator support for the resources our teachers need the most. And we continue to build our community connections so that we can get better and better at coordinating and aligning our resources to make availability and accessibility as simple and streamlined as possible for the families we're seeking to serve. Now that you've gotten to know us a little bit, who we are and how we serve our community, what we've been up to this past year and what's coming next, I hope you are as excited as we are. And I hope that you will join us in our mission. There's a few different ways you can do that, whether that's advocating for children in our community, supporting our mission with a financial contribution, or giving your time and talent and love and attention as a Reading Pal volunteer. Here are a few different ways your gift makes an impact when you give to ReadyKids. $50 a month is all it takes to cover the cost of brand new quality books for one classroom for 1 month. And again, we provide books to many classrooms every month of the school year. So this contribution truly goes a long way and has a direct impact in the lives of these students. Every single Reading Pal volunteer has a level 2 background check and their fingerprints on file with Escambia County. ReadyKids covers that cost. So $500 covers the cost of the training and credentialing for 5 volunteers. And you can see that as the gift amount goes up, the impact is greater and greater. We don't have an office. We have 3 staff members, and the vast majority of every dollar goes straight back into our programming so that we can continue to grow and expand our services for more children and more families. As you can probably tell, we are grateful to our community, to our sponsors and our partners, and we love to recognize them. Here are a few different ways that we like to promote our biggest supporters and let the world know that they are on board with our mission and they are our partners in kindergarten readiness in Escambia County. Thank you for considering supporting our mission with a financial contribution. This year, we have a fundraising goal of $64,000. This is to serve the VPK students in 4 different Title I classroom schools with the hope of adding a second classroom at each site, as well as the Davis Highway Head Start Center. If you're interested in learning more about sponsorship, you can reach out to me directly. director@readykidsfl.org is my email address. And whether you're interested in supporting with $5 or $500, you can do that on our website securely at readykidsfl.org/donate. You are also more than welcome to send a check to our P.O. Box 71 in Pensacola, Florida, 32591. As Christy mentioned, our volunteers are simply the best. If you are interested in learning more about what it takes to volunteer as a Reading Pal, please get in touch. Email Christy at christy@readykidsfl.org or visit our website, readykidsfl.org/volunteer to learn more. I promise you that you will get just as much, if not more, out of this mentoring relationship as you truly change the trajectory of a child's future. To speak a little bit more about the importance of early learning, here's Michelle Salzman, State Representative for District 1.
Hi, I'm Michelle Salzman, your State Representative for District 1. I just wanted to extend a sincere thank you to ReadyKids for all of the hard work they have done in the Pensacola community. You know, early learning and childhood development is truly the cornerstone of the future of our community, and your support and dedication to all of our children has meant so much to Pensacola. Thank you for taking time to really invest in the future.
Thank you for joining us for this video update, for learning more about our mission, for caring as deeply as we do about the lives of the children in our community and the future of our workforce. We look forward to seeing you soon. We hope that you will join us as we all work together to get kids ready to be prepared for day 1 of kindergarten and beyond.